I'll give you like 2 minutes summary of what is place of supply. If you're somebody, there could be somebody who have not prepared place of supply before, for them to just get the basic understanding. I've written some basic notes for you. Anybody who's not even understanding what is place of supply, for them to understand, I've given a concept note. Just 2 minutes, we'll just read this and then we'll go to the provision and then directly knock it off. GST is a destination-based taxation system. You all know that, which enables the consumption of goods and services to collect taxes. So which state will collect taxes? Consuming state will collect 50% of GST. Whenever you're paying GST, 50% goes to consuming state. Then there comes a question, what do you mean by consuming state? Basic understanding always used to be that the location of the recipient is the consuming state, but that's not correct. To give you an example, suppose I travel to Chennai. I travel to Chennai very often. I'm traveling to Chennai. After reaching Chennai, I go, whenever I'm in Chennai, I like a lot of restaurants in Chennai. So I go to, if I'm in Srinagar, I go to Sangeeta mostly to eat. I love their idli. I'm going to Sangeeta hotel and then I'm having their idli. What is the place of consumption of this? Is it Kerala? The person from Kochi is only eating. No, it is Chennai, where it is consumed. So Tamil Nadu government should get the revenue there. So they said, place of supply will give you the understanding of consumption, not the location of recipient. So I have written, what do you mean by consuming state? The state where place of consumption happens is the consuming state. So place of supply denotes the place of consumption. How do you determine whether a supply is an intra-state supply or interstate supply? It will be based on location of supplier and place of supply, not location of recipient. So location of supplier, the Sangeeta mobiles or Sangeeta restaurants or Geetham restaurants, that is located in Chennai, that is in Tamil Nadu. The place of supply is also where people are eating the food, that is also Chennai, so it will become an intra-state supply. This concept helps us in determining nature of supply, that is whether it is intra-state supply or interstate supply. So the conclusion of intra and inter goes like this for your exam. Location of supplier and the place of supply are in same state or union territory, it is considered to be intra-state supply, and location of supplier and place of supply are in different state or union territory, it is treated as interstate supply. In your main 15-mark question also, sometimes what happens is that they might not give you, okay, so when even in your question where you're doing your main computation in net GST payable in compulsory question, sometimes they will not give you whether it is intra or inter. They'll give you a hint to compute your place of supply and you will have to decide whether it is intra or inter. So place of supply can be a mood killer in your first question itself. So you have to be careful about it. There are 4 sections which determines place of supply, but for you only 2 sections are there for you to learn. Goods place of supply. If you're supplying goods, place of supply is determined in IGST Act, section 10 and 11 would come, and 11 is kept for CA final. When will you apply section 10? When you want to determine place of supply for goods, but other than import and export, you will apply section 10. Services are determined under section 12 and 13. When will you apply 13? When supplier or recipient, one party is outside India. When supplier of service and recipient of service, both of their location is in India, you will apply section 12. Both of them are applicable for intermediate, section 10 and section 12. So which means that all domestic transaction place of supply is what is there in your syllabus. How do you determine place of supply for goods? Simple sir, provision. You have this chart. I told you that there are 2 charts that you have to understand and that's it for you. This chart, okay, if you don't have, you just keep this chart and then your place of supply for goods section 10 is over. Very simple, no? I will give you a thumb rule. What is your thumb rule to identify place of supply for goods? Place of supply for goods is the location of consumption of goods. How do you understand? Thumb rule is follow the goods. You go behind the goods. Wherever the goods reaches, that is the place of supply. Clause A. When supply involves movement of goods, place of supply would be location of goods where when the movement terminates for delivery to the recipient. Suppose goods are sent from, say, supplier is located in Bangalore and he is supplying goods to somebody who is located in, say, Maharashtra. Now the goods are going from Karnataka, Bangalore to Goa, Goa to Maharashtra. What will be the place of supply for these goods? Since it is going through Goa, would Goa also get some revenue? No. Where the delivery terminates. So where the goods are finally reaching, that will be the place of supply. Follow the goods. That's our understanding. Look at clause C here. So clause A, after that you look at clause C, that's also saying the same thing. What if there is no movement of goods? Say, I am going to a shop in Kochi and I'm purchasing a laptop. There is no movement of goods. What is the place of supply? Where did I get the goods from? The location of goods again. Follow the goods. Location of goods at the time of delivery. Very simple. But clause B talks about a specific scenario. It talks about bill to ship to invoice. What is a bill to ship to invoice? We have already seen this in ITC chapter, where they are saying when supply involves movement of goods and delivered to the recipient on the instruction of a third person, then the instruction could be during the movement or before the movement. It's a bill to ship to invoice. Place of supply will not be follow the goods. It will be the principal place of business of such third person. Example is required for you to understand this if you have not already understood. Same example I have shown you during our ITC discussion. You remember, Louis Philippe is purchasing cotton from cotton mill in Coimbatore, asked them to deliver the goods to Tirupur job worker, right? And they said the delivery to Tirupur job worker has happened in February, but after stitching, the job worker sent it to Louis Philippe in April only. When can Louis Philippe take the credit? I said February. When the goods are received by job worker, it is assumed to be received by Louis Philippe itself, and Louis Philippe can take the input tax credit, is the understanding. Right? Next question would be, what kind of bill will be given by cotton mill here? Bill is given to whom? Louis Philippe. But if you follow the goods, where did the cotton mill deliver the goods to? The cotton mill has delivered the goods to Tirupur, which is within Tamil Nadu. So if I follow the goods and then keep the place of supply, location of supplier, cotton mill is located in Tamil Nadu, place of supply will become Tamil Nadu, it will become an intra-state supply, CGST and Tamil Nadu SGST bill will come. But Tamil Nadu SGST bill credit cannot be taken by Louis Philippe. So in this case, it will be 10(1)(b) that is applicable, because this is what bill? Bill to ship to invoice. It is billed to Louis Philippe, shipped to Tirupur job worker. In this case, who's giving instruction to ship it to Tirupur job worker? Louis Philippe. Principal place of business of the third party giving instruction. Who's giving instruction here? Louis Philippe. What is the principal place of Louis Philippe? Bangalore. That will become the place of supply. So it will become what bill? IGST bill. Can Louis Philippe take the input tax credit of IGST? Yes. Are you guys understanding the structure here? So in a bill to ship to invoice alone, what kind of place of supply I should fix? Principal place of business of the person giving instruction to deliver to someone else. A very popular examination question I am going to take for you. This is a type of question that you generally get. Look at this question. Okay, so if I want to pick one question from your, section 10, this is the question that I might ask you. So generally people can get slightly confused when they get the question like this. Maruti Trader is a dealer in furniture. They are located in Maharashtra, receives an order from Bhagavan Trader, also located in Maharashtra. The order is for supply of 250 tables with an instruction to ship the table to Bhakta Hardware located in Tamil Nadu. Bhakta Hardware is the customer of Bhagavan Trader. Find the place of supply and levy of GST in the hands of Maruti Traders as well as Bhagavan Traders. I have a question to you. Okay. I want you to read the question once. Please remember, whenever there is a question like this, there are two supplies. Look at Maruti Trader delivered the goods to Bhakta Trader. But why did they deliver it to Bhakta Trader? Because Bhagavan Trader has sold the goods after purchasing from Maruti Trader to Bhakta Trader. There are two supplies that's happening here. Look at it. There are two supplies. Bill to ship to is given by Maruti Trader. Maruti Trader sold the goods to Bhagavan Trader. Bhagavan Trader sold the goods to Bhakta Trader. But by the time goods are started from Maruti Trader, Bhagavan Trader told you send it to Bhakta Trader. There are two supplies here. One, Maruti to Bhagavan and Bhagavan to Bhakta. Both of them will have two different place of supply. So let's look at these two supplies here. Okay. What is the location of Maruti Trader? Maharashtra. Bhagavan Trader is located in Maharashtra. Bhakta is located in Tamil Nadu. So first supply, I will determine place of supply under which section? 10.1a or 10.1b. First supply, that is Maruti Trader to Bhagavan Trader, is a bill to ship to invoice. Why? Maruti Trader has billed it to Bhagavan Trader, shipped it to Bhakta Trader. What will be the place of supply? Principal place of business of the party giving instruction. Who gave the instruction to Maruti Trader to supply to Bhakta Trader? It will be Bhagavan Trader. So first supply would be what supply? What will be the place of supply? 10.1b. It will be Maharashtra. It will become what supply? Intra-State supply. There is one more supply. Supply number 2. Bhagavan Trader to Bhakta Trader. What will be the place of supply for that? 10.1a only, because there is no third party instruction that is given. So place of supply would be follow the goods, where the goods are finally reaching Tamil Nadu. What is the location of supplier in second supply? Bhagavan Trader is located in Maharashtra. Place of supply would be Tamil Nadu. It will become an interstate supply. So whenever you get this question, first mistake that you do is thinking that it is only one supply. There are two supplies here. Are you guys understanding this? Is it clear? Okay. One type of question. Huh? Now there is an amendment that has happened last year, which is in case of B to C. If you don't have this, now after C before D, there is a CA that is introduced. 10.1 CA. There is an additional clause that is introduced, and there is an clarificatory circular that has come on top of it. So I have consolidated that into a chart. So if you want to, there is an amendment here also, clarification. So if I want to test something for May exam, I will test from this in place of supply chapter. Let's look at what is this. There is a new provision that is inserted in place of supply called as 10.1 CA. There is a non-obstante clause for this particular provision. What is a non-obstante clause? They have said, notwithstanding anything contained in clause A and clause C, the moment it is B to C, when the recipient is unregistered, don't apply clause A, don't apply clause C. Instead, you should apply clause CA. When supply of goods is to an unregistered person like you and I, say I'm going to Chennai, and I went to a shop and I purchased a shoe. After purchasing the shoe, I came to Kochi. So really consumption is happening where? In Kochi. But the shopkeeper in Chennai still thinks that it is an intrastate supply. He does not know that after purchasing it, I'm going to transport. Now there is an option for me to bring the place of supply to Kerala. How? In that bill that is generated by the supplier in Chennai, I have to tell him, can you issue the invoice in the address of me in Kochi? If I put the address of Kochi in the bill, the place of supply will be addressed in the bill. So let's read the provision. If the supply of goods is to an unregistered person, if the address of the recipient is on record, if the answer is yes, location as per the address of the recipient is the place of supply. If the address is not on the record, location of supplier itself will become the place of supply. Now, I as an unregistered person, I have an option to bring the place of supply to my consuming state by giving the correct address in the bill. So when I say correct address, should I give the full address? My road number, building number? No. I have written something in bracket here. Name of the state is deemed to be the address. I just have to say that it is Kerala, and then automatically place of supply will become Kerala. Now, if you have shopped on Amazon, who shops on mostly Amazon? It will be shopped by consumers like you and I. So unregistered person, B2C. So there is a clarification that they have given. They said in e-commerce operator order by an unregistered person, both billing and shipping address are there in the invoice. You have seen in Amazon, when you get an invoice, you have billing address and shipping address there. In such invoices, what will be considered to be address on record for place of supply? Is it billing address or shipping address? Address on record is the place of supply. They said it will be shipping address. So if I'm ordering from, say, my billing address happened to be Kochi, and I'm ordering and saying that I want to receive the goods in Chennai location of mine, then place of supply would be considered to be Chennai, the shipping address. So that's something that you have to be careful about. Are you guys understanding? Okay. Clause D says, if supply involves installation or assembly, I'm ordering goods and this goods is a machinery and it requires installation. Place of supply would be place where such installation has happened. Place of supply would be place of such installation or assembly. Now look at clause E there. Goods supplied on board a conveyance. If I'm purchasing goods from a flight or a train or a bus, then I cannot, when I'm flying, I cannot look at from where, which state I am in while flying to look at the place of supply. So that is very difficult. So they said, your place of supply will be the place at which goods are, location where goods have been taken on board. Say, I'm going from Chennai to Hyderabad in a train. I got into the train from Chennai. While the train has reached Andhra Pradesh, the goods are taken into the train by the catering guy. I purchased the goods when I was in Telangana in Hyderabad. What will be the place of supply? It will be Andhra Pradesh because that's where the goods are taken into the train. That is the understanding of clause E, or place of supply for goods on board a conveyance, inside a conveyance. Are you guys understanding this? That means your entire section 10 is over. Okay. Now we will have to go to section 12. Only one more section is there in your place of supply. In section 12, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to jump to the summary table. I'll show you the summary table. I'll quickly summarize what is the place of supply for different scenarios. I have given a lot of code words here, so you might want to ensure that you understand this. You can open your main topic and then look at. Section 12 helps you to determine place of supply for service when supplier and recipient, both of them are in India. All right. Generally, okay, I'm going to, before I go into the summary of it, I wanted to just ensure that I give you an understanding of the basics. In services, I've written two summary notes here. For the purpose of service, you divide the transaction into B2B and B2C. What do you mean by B2B? Registered person making supply to another registered person. When registered person is making supply to another registered person, there is no point in determining place of supply to give the revenue to the government. Why? I am paying taxes. See, I am making supply to another registered person. Whatever tax I collect from the customer, whatever tax I deposit to the government, my customer is going to take full credit because it is a B2B transaction. So in B2B, generally place of supply would be location of recipient itself, so they can take ITC. Real discussion of where should be the place of supply, which state should get the revenue, should happen only in B2C transaction. When recipient is unregistered person here and pays final taxes to the government, place of supply will determine which place of consumption is for the ultimate tax revenue. B2C is where we will have discussion. So you remember I have given you a one-line summary for goods, follow the goods. Likewise, my one-line summary for services place of supply would be this. Follow the recipient. Services are intangible. I cannot follow the service. So I will follow the recipient, and recipient's location I would treat it as the place of supply. 12 subsection 2 to 12 subsection 14. There are 12 subsection 2 to subsection 14. There are 13 subsection where they are determining what is the place of supply. First, generally place of supply would be based on whether it is B2B or B2C. If it is B2B, place of supply would be, which means registered recipient, place of supply is location of recipient. If it is B2C, I have to ask the question, is the recipient's address on record exist with the supplier? Then location as per the record would be the place of supply. If it is B2C and I don't know the address of the recipient, then location of supplier itself will be the place of supply. If I give a audit services, I'm from my office, LDs and companies, my office, okay, my practicing firm. We provide services to an audit client in Bangalore. They have a GST number. Then Bangalore would be the place of supply. If a customer comes into my firm to do IT filing for salaried person, IT filing, and I know that his address is Kochi, then place of supply would be Kochi. I don't know his address, then my own location would be considered to be the place of supply, is what 12 subsection 2 says. When will I apply 12 subsection 2? When it is not a special case. Whatever is mentioned in 12.3 to 12.14 is not applicable, then only I'll apply 12.2. 12.3 says what? 12.3 talks about services in relation to immovable property. Services like architect, interior designer, surveyor, engineer, real estate agent, construction work, accommodation services for accommodation for you to stay in a hotel, or accommodation for organizing a function. On all these services, place of supply will be location of immovable property, boat or vessel. If I go to Chennai and stay in a hotel, place of supply would be the location of the hotel, that is Chennai. So we can simply think about like this. Accommodation service will generally have what bill? CGST SGST bill or IGST bill? CGST SGST bill. Why? Location of the hotel is the location of supplier. Place of supply is also location of the hotel, immobile property. So it will always be an intra-state bill. What if the property is not yet constructed? An architect is providing services to a person for a construction of a new hotel. But hotel is not yet constructed. What is the place of supply? Location of immobile property. Immobile property is yet to construct. Then how will I fix the place of supply? They said where it is intended to be constructed. Where are you planning to construct it? What if I'm planning it to construct it outside India? They said if the immobile property, boat or vessel is outside India, place of supply will be brought back to India. It will be location of recipient. I don't want the place of supply to be outside India. The destination should be India to collect taxes. So they said I would collect taxes, so I want the place of supply to be location of recipient when the property is outside India. Say somebody from Chennai is coming to Kerala and staying in a houseboat. What will be the place of supply? Location of the houseboat. I'm going for a cruise ship from Kochi to Mumbai, cruise ship, Cordelia cruise, yeah, luxury ship. I'm going for a cruise. What will be the place of supply? Location of the vessel, where the vessel is located. That is your first provision. Immovable property related services, place of supply would be location of immovable property itself. 12 subsection 4. What is 12.4 says? I call this 12 subsection 4 as performance based service. What is performance based service? Restaurant service, catering service, personal grooming, fitness, beauty treatment, health service, plastic surgery, cosmetic surgery. All of these are performance based. So you need to perform the service. What is considered to be the place of supply? Where it is performed. That is why when I go and then have food from Geetham Hotel in Chennai, place of supply would be Geetham Hotel's location. That's where I'm having the food from. Understanding? Location where it is actually performed. 12 subsection 5 talks about training and performance appraisal service. What is training and performance appraisal service? My classes could be a training service. Say I'm doing a GST practical class. I'm doing the class in Kochi. And people from Chennai, Bangalore, Andhra, Kerala, everybody is coming to Kochi and then attending these classes. What will be considered to be the place of supply? I have to ask, am I providing this training services to another registered person, corporate training, B2B, or if it is provided to B2C? If it is B2C, it will be where the training is done, Kochi. If it is B2B, it will be location of the recipient. Say I'm providing training services in Kochi, but my bill is given to Infosys in Bangalore. It's B2B. It will be Bangalore, location of Infosys, that will be the place of supply, so that credit can move to Bangalore, IGST bill will come, they can take the ITC. 12 subsection 6 talks about admission to an event, amusement park or other places. A cultural event or sporting event like IPL, your ticket, what will be the place of supply for your ticket? For an event, or it could be an amusement park. What will be the place of supply for the ticket? It will be the location where the event is held. Now my one junior from my office is a huge RCB fan. Isala Kapoor, right? This fellow is now gone to Bangalore to attend a match. What will be the place of supply for that ticket he has taken? 2000 rupees. It will be Bangalore, where the match is actually held. Somebody from Chennai is coming to Kochi and then going to Wonderla. What will be the place of supply? Location of the amusement park, that is Kochi. That will be the place of supply. So they said for a ticket, place of supply would be where the event is held or park is located. However, 12.7 talks about organizing this event or assigning sponsorship, sponsoring an event. Who will provide the service of organizing an event? Event organizing companies. Who will conduct event? It could be corporate events, it could be personal events. Corporate event could be like a product launch. Mahindra has come up with a product launch, a huge event. Apple, every time they come up with a new iPhone, there is a product launch that they do. These are organized by event organizers, but service is provided to another registered person. So they said if it's B2B, it will be location of recipient itself. That will be the place of supply. So if Mahindra is getting service of product launch all over India, but Mahindra is getting the bill to their Mumbai office, place of supply would be location of Mahindra, that is Mumbai office. But if it is B2C, say Ambani is organizing an event. Ambani wants to conduct an event which is their son's wedding. So that is B2C. An event management company in Mumbai is providing services to Ambani for the little Ambani's wedding. It is B2C, event organizing service. What will be the place of supply? Then we have to ask the question, is the event is held in India? Yes, it is done in Gujarat, Jamnagar. What will be the place of supply? Jamnagar. What if the event is outside India? Then I don't want the place of supply to go outside India, so I will bring it back to India, location of recipient, Ambani's location, which is Mumbai. That will be the place of supply. So event is outside, event is in India, location where the event is held. If the event is outside India, location of the recipient. When will I apply this? Only when it is B2C. If it is B2B, it will be location of recipient itself. 12 subsection 8, 9 and 10. 3 subsections of place of supply can be clubbed together because all of this talks about very similar point. 12 subsection 8 talks about what is the place of supply for transportation of goods. 9 talks about what is the place of supply for transportation of passengers. 10 talks about what if I receive services inside a conveyance, what will be the place of supply. Let's look at what will be the place of supply. Who will provide transportation of goods services? A transportation agency, a courier agency, okay, or an India Post. All of them are providing service of transportation of goods. We have to again ask the question, is it B2B or B2C? If it is B2B, place of supply would be location of recipient. If it is B2C, place of supply would be location at which the goods are handed over for transportation. I am coming to Chennai. I want to send some books to a person in Delhi. I went to Blue Dart Courier in Chennai and handed over the goods. It is B2C. What will be the place of supply? Chennai, where I handed over the goods to the courier company. So whatever transportation bill, courier bill I will get, place of supply would be Chennai. Suppose I am having GST number, but I handed over the product from Chennai, but the bill is given to my GST number in Kerala. What will be the place of supply? Kerala, location of recipient. It will become B2B. What if the goods are going from Chennai to Dubai? What will be the place of supply? Will be again B2B, location of recipient, B2C, where I handed over. So even if the goods are going outside India, it will be location where the goods are handed over to the courier agency. Next, what if it is transportation of passenger? Who will provide service of transportation of passenger? If you are traveling in bus, the service will be provided by bus operator. If you're traveling in a flight, it could be an airline which is providing services like Indigo, Air India, etc. Indian Railway could provide you services because they are all providing you service of transportation of passengers. What will be the place of supply for service of transportation of passengers? Again, the same question we ask, is it B2B or B2C? Say an academy is booking the ticket for their faculties and Indigo is providing the service. Supplier is Indigo, registered. Recipient is the academy, which is registered. B2B. What will be the place of supply? Location of recipient. What if the booking is done by the faculty for his personal use? For a vacation he's going. Say I'm going for a vacation from Kochi. I'm going to Delhi. I booked a flight, Indigo flight, Kochi, Delhi. What will be the place of supply? It is B to C. Let's look at the place of supply. The place of supply is place where passenger embarks on the conveyance for a continuous journey. What is the place of supply? Where I got into the flight. Where did I get into the flight? From Kochi. That will be the place of supply. Now I'm booking a flight ticket to and from. I'm going to Delhi and coming back from Delhi. This will be treated as two continuous journeys. For going to Delhi, place of supply would be Kochi because I got in from Kochi. And from Delhi to Kochi, the place of supply would be Delhi, where I got into the flight. This is how the provision has been written. Are you guys understanding? The provision says where the passenger gets into the flight for a continuous journey. Next, they are talking about services on board a conveyance. What if I am getting a service inside a conveyance? Service inside a conveyance. What is the meaning of service inside a conveyance? It means I am getting service inside a conveyance means, suppose I am going for a flight and inside the flight there are some premium flights which are offering Wi-Fi as a service. Some flights I can watch a movie on demand. I have to pay 100 rupees. I can watch the movie in the screen in front of me. I'm getting service inside the flight, inside the conveyance. What will be the place of supply for this? For goods on board a conveyance, we discussed about goods on board a conveyance. I said where the goods are taken onto the flight, flight or a train, that will be the place of supply. But I have taken services inside the conveyance. In that cases, can I identify the place where the services are on board a conveyance? Where did I got the services to the conveyance? It is always there, no? Inside that. Wi-Fi is always a facility inside the flight. There is movie on demand. Movie was always there. So they said place of supply if you get services inside a conveyance would be location of first scheduled point of departure of that conveyance for the journey. I'll give you one example. Carefully listen. There is a flight which first starts from Chennai. From Chennai, it goes to Hyderabad. From Hyderabad, the same flight stop there. Same flight will go to Delhi. So flight is starting from, flight journey is Chennai, Hyderabad, Delhi. A person got into the flight from Hyderabad. He availed movie on demand, paid 100 rupees. What will be the place of supply for the service? Can you comment the answer on the chat box? Flight is Chennai, Hyderabad, Delhi. A person got into the flight from Hyderabad and got movie on demand. What will be the place of supply? It will be Chennai. Why? First scheduled point of departure of the conveyance is Chennai. That will be the place of supply. Correct answer, guys. Now, 12 subsection 11. 12.11 talks about telecommunication services. What will be considered to be the place of supply for telecommunication service? What are the telecommunication service they're talking about? Your broadband is a telecommunication service. Postpaid phone is a telecommunication service. Prepaid is a telecommunication service. So they're saying that in telecommunication services, I need to fix the place of supply, which is very difficult to do. Why? Say, I have my mobile phone. I am traveling with this mobile phone everywhere. I am using the mobile phone services in Kerala, in Tamil Nadu when I'm in Andhra, when I'm in Karnataka, when I'm in Delhi, I'm always using this phone. What is the place of supply for this telephone service? All these places. So they said that is very complicated to identify. So in that case, how will I fix the place of supply? They said, if your telecommunication service has a place of installation, which telecommunication service will have place of installation? Like say for example, broadband, fixed line, landline, leased circuit, cable connection, DTH, all of this requires a place to install. If there is a place to install, place of supply would be where it is installed. So a landline bill, I have a landline in Kochi from BSNL and BSNL services of 450 rupees. What is the place of supply? Kochi, where the landline is installed. What if it's postpaid? Mobile connection. Postpaid will have a billing address. So they said, don't fix the place of supply in all the states where you use the phone. Instead, place of supply will be the address as per your record of the supplier, your billing address, right? Then, what if it's prepaid? Prepaid, I have to look at how did I do the recharge. In the past, we do recharge in multiple methods. Now, everybody does recharge online. Whenever you do the recharge, using selling agent. What are the methods in which we used to do prepaid recharge? We used to do prepaid recharge. One common method in the past used to be, we'll buy voucher, we'll scratch and then do the recharge. Another one, we go to a selling agent, ask them, I want 100 rupees recharge. They will do the recharge in their wallet and then we will get the recharge done. Today we'll do the recharge by online. So all the three recharge, they have fixed the place of supply. They said, if you're doing recharge through selling agent, reseller, distributor of SIM, recharge voucher, place of supply would be address of the selling agent, reseller, distributor at the time of supply. If it is other than selling agent, then place of supply would be location where such prepayment is received or voucher is sold. I'm buying a voucher, then where did I get the voucher from? If I'm doing online recharge, it will be location of the recipient as per the records of the supplier. So at the time of taking your connection, what address did you give? That will become the place of supply. What if there is no such address with the supplier? Then location of supplier itself will become your place of supply. 12 subsection 12 talks about financial and stock broking service. Place of supply would be location of the recipient as per the record. If not available, it will be location of supplier itself. The tricky wordings that they have given. I've given an example here itself so that we can discuss this example and understand this in full. They said, State Bank of India, it's a banking company, financial service, or a stockbroker, Zerodha, anyone. All of their service will come under 1212. State Bank of India have a customer from Delhi. State Bank of India branch is also in Delhi. And so State Bank of India customer from Delhi went to Uttar Pradesh for attending Kumbh Mela. He went and withdrawn money from an ATM in Uttar Pradesh. State Bank of India charged ATM transaction charges from this customer, 20 rupees plus GST. What will be the place of supply for this service? You have to ask the question whether State Bank of India knows the address of the recipient of service here. Whether State Bank of India knows the address of this customer? Yes. At the time of opening bank account, they have the address. What is the address? Delhi. Even though they have withdrawn money from UP and charge was because of that, place of supply would be location of recipient itself. Understanding? So the place of supply for this 20 rupees would be Delhi. However, a person from Kochi went to Delhi to join Delhi University. Delhi University told this person that they have to pay 5,000 rupees demand draft to join in the university. This Kochi person, the student from Kochi, went outside the Delhi University. So there is an SBI branch there. They went to SBI, gave 5,000 rupees, gave 50 rupees or 25 rupees demand draft charges. 5,000 and 25, and they got the DD. This 25 rupees is a charge that is subject to GST. What will be the place of supply for that? Will it be Kochi, the location of recipient? No. Why? The bank does not know the address of this customer because he is not a account holder in the bank. So what will be the place of supply? If the location of recipient is not available, place of supply would be location of supplier itself. What will be the place of supply? It will be Delhi itself. You guys understanding this? Okay. 12 subsection 13. Again, you have this split called B2B, B2C. If it is B2B, what is the service that is mentioned in 1213? Insurance service. In insurance services, if it is B2B, place of supply would be location of recipient, and if it is B2C, place of supply would be location of recipient as per the records of the supplier of service. Say I'm taking a insurance on the flight while I'm traveling, and travel insurance I'm taking. Am I a registered person? No. Then what will be the place of supply? Whatever address I have given in while taking the insurance. If I'm a registered person, my address as per my GST certificate. That is the provision they are saying. Look at in the entire section 12, there are there are 6 cases where you have B2B, B2C split. So when any of these cases comes in, you have to remember about, if it's B2B, then location of recipient would be the place of supply. What are those cases where you have a B2B, B2C split? 12 subsection 2, general cases, you have a B2B, B2C split. Okay, so if it's B2B, location of recipient, B2C, address is there, that, if not, location of supplier. 12.5, training and performance appraisal, B2B, B2C split, B2B, location of recipient, B2C, where it is done, where the training is performed. 12.7, organizing an event, B2B, location of recipient, B2C, event in India, location of the event, event outside India, location of recipient. 12.8, transportation of goods, B2B, location of recipient, B2C, where the goods are handed over to the supplier. 12.9, transportation of passenger, B2B, location of recipient, B2C, where the passenger embarks on a continuous journey. 12.13, insurance, B2B, location of recipient, B2C, location of recipient as per the record. So this split you have to always remember. This sections where you have B2B, B2C split, somewhere you have to have this in your understanding. Last provision under place of supply is advertisement services provided to government. They said when advertisement services are provided to government, bill might be given to one government department. I'll give you a classic example to understand this. Say, if you look at Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, is a government campaign. That campaign, or Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, it's a government campaign to construct houses. These advertisements are coming in Hindu newspaper first page all over India. Suppose government is paying 10 crore rupees for that. So just in Kerala, if you want to put advertisement in one newspaper, it will cost you some 60-70 lakhs. All over India would definitely more than 10 crore rupees. Suppose government is paying 10 crore to Hindu for putting advertisement all over India. But what is where the bill will be given? Bill will be given to the Delhi department of the government. Should the entire place of supply for this advertisement service be Delhi? No. They said all the services which are advertisement service to government, only to government, other than government, it will be 12 subsection 2 only. If the advertisement services are provided to government, place of supply would be all those states where the advertisements are run or played or broadcasted, which means if Hindu newspaper is giving advertisement service to government, place of supply would be all the states where Hindu newspaper advertisement is seen. Now I have to split it state-wise. There are multiple methods that they have given how to split. For example, if it is newspaper, you have to split based on editions. For each edition, how much Hindu newspaper is charging. So Tamil Nadu has said 10 editions of Hindu newspaper. Advertisement charges for 10 editions. Each edition 1 lakh rupees into 10. 10 lakh would be the place of supply in Tamil Nadu. Likewise, you should compute and then split it. That's what they are talking about in advertisement services to government. What is the mechanism to split? They have given a rule for that. That is something that you have to refer at your end. This is the table that you might want to refer at the day before the examination. I'll just show you this table if you want to take a photo and then take the photo and then keep it with you. So this one clarificatory circular on advertisement services to close this chapter, which we will do because they can test you this in an exam perspective. So I'm just keeping this also with you. So they said when there is an advertisement services, there are two types of advertisement service that can happen. So every advertisement service is on hoardings. There could be leasing of hoardings by the person who has erected the hoarding to an advertisement agency. Then there could be a service provided by advertisement agency to the final person who wants to advertise. Both of their place of supply will be determined separately. I will give you a understanding of that. I can quickly give you an example to understand the structure of it. Okay, so the picture that I have drawn is supposed to be a metro. Okay, this is the metro pillars that you can see. Then the vehicle is going. Every metro pillar, even Chennai, Bangalore, Kochi, and everywhere, in metro pillar is a great place to advertise. So metro pillar is erected by, in Bangalore it is BMRCL, in Kerala it is KMRL, like all metro companies there. So they are doing the erection of this metro pillars. And there are advertisements that you generally see on You generally see advertisements on all these metro pillars. Say, normally how it works is that the metro company has given advertisement contract to an agency. So every place where metro wants to advertise, one single contract is given by, say in Bangalore, it is given to Lakshya. In Hyderabad also, it's given to a company called advertisement agency called Lakshya. Say an advertisement agency called Lakshya has taken 5-year contract for 2 crore a month for 500 hoardings from BMRCL. This contract is considered to be a service in relation to immovable property. The place of supply for this would be location of the immobile property, right? In this particular space, now Lakshya would further give it to companies who wants to advertise. There's this company called Zepto. You heard of Zepto, right? Zepto wants to advertisement in one of these pillars, pillar 103, from March 1 to March 31st. So both of them will have different place of supply. So contract number 1 between BMRCL and Lakshya, it is sale of space for advertisement. Place of supply will be under 12.3, which is location of immobile property, the pillar's location. Contract number 2 is based between Lakshya, the providing advertisement services to Zepto, which will be having place of supply under 12 subsection 2 general provision. If it is B2B, it will be location of recipient. This is the clarification they have. Is it clear to all of you? This is a clarificatory circular that you have. Okay, so I am concluding place of supply chapter with this.